Backing up. It's been a great show. Great people. Stuff here. So we're heading back. We're heading back now. See what happens. And then we're gonna come back and keep hunting. Okay, we're back at the studio now. I'm sorry to say I did not keep hunting. That's because I did the responsible thing and I stayed at my booth and I made sure I sold lots of goodies. That's not to say I didn't pick anything up. In fact, that's what we're going to do here is I'm going to show you some of the things that I did pick up from the convention. I've got this. This is a bag of random 3 3/4 inch figures. So I'll pour them out, see what we got. Really nice mixture. So we got M. Bison Street Fighter 2. You got Vega Street Fighter 2. That's a really good one. Definitely one of the harder to find ones. We got a lot of we've got a lot of these fellas here, these kind of Western figures. So you got Tonto. It's like Legends of the West. It's Butch Cassidy, Sundance Kid. It's a nice little mixture. We got these here. These are Remco figures. So these would be American Defense here. These, of course, G.I. Joe Knockoffs. This is a really interesting one here. You see like a cyborg with a mohawk here, or kind of looks like one of those outfits to make sure your Chihuahua doesn't get eaten by a great eagle. Kind of like that. Pretty cool. Again, they're not as valuable as G.I. Joe figures, but definitely a lot rarer. We got some A-Team Galoob 3 3/4. You know, pretty cool. Whatever. That's a really cool one here. I think the name is Melf or Elf. Some kind of elf, and it's from Legend of Zelda. We've got a really cool, that is a Dino Rider, but that's from the Ice Age, so definitely a lot harder to come by. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, Dr. Gangrene, that was packaged with the actual action figures, the Killer Tomato action figures, and they would come with a little PVC companion. There's one. But I'm really excited about these guys here. I know it's just Dukes of Hazzard. Nothing too crazy, but I actually have a General Lee that's got Bo, and now I've got Luke, or Luke and Bo and whatever, and you've got Hog here, so with the hat. So now we've got a nice, pretty interesting little lot. So definitely that was a nice little pickup. We'll keep it going. Kenner Swamp Thing, MOTU Blade from the movie. There you go. I know somebody Army builds those. These are really cool. This is Tonka Spiral Zone. Pretty obscure line, but very collectible. Really cool. I picked these guys up. Really great. Oh, Wesley Snipes from Demolition Man. I actually have a nice little Demolition Man lot. All it was missing was all Wesley, so that's great. We got more glow in the dark for the Army. I got a glow in the dark T800. Got glow in the dark RoboCop with the helmets. That's great. So now I've got like 6 of those. That's looking good, looking good. And then just some more like kind of random riff-raff nonsense. Here you go. You got Next Mutation Ninja Turtles. That's actually one of the cycle riders. It came with a motorbike. We got a vintage Applause. Yep. Applause Gremlins 2 Spike. Naruto. Avatar. These are the larger figures. Here's a really cool one. This is one that's quite funny actually. It's Commando. It's the action figure line for the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. I think that might even be Arnie himself. But why is it funny? Well, I'd actually just picked one up recently. So from having none to now having 2. It's funny how that happens, but... Okay guys, it's that time. It's time for Finds of the Day. So let's have a look at my favorite and best pickups from the weekend. So the first thing I'm going to start with is this little bag here. I picked it up for $25. It's a nice bag of loose mixed stuff. So let's have a look. It looked like it was mostly food fibers. I'll be honest with you, I did have a quick look before I came on. So the first thing I noticed was you had this food fighter here. You had the hamburger dude. He is missing the his hat, but he's in very nice condition. He's got all the limbs. And of course the limbs do pop off, so they are interchangeable, so very useful, very good pickup. There was a Dino Rider with him here, a Hammerhead, pretty common one. This is really cool and pretty weird, but there was a Skeletor Havoc staff as well. I'll take it. This is the barbecue bomber here, Food Fighters, that was the base. And you've got this fella here. So this is a Food Fighter vehicle. Very nice condition. It's got a lot of the parts. It's definitely got the most difficult parts, which are these bombs here, the food bombs. Very difficult to pick up, very hard to find, but here you go, it's got them. It's even got the wiener base. So far so good, but this was the big issue, was the propeller was broken. But if you know me, you'll know that I actually have a bag of extra Food Fighter figures and parts, and as luck would have it, I have a replacement propeller that is not broken, so that's great, we'll put that in there. I have a replacement gun or cannon, so here we go, looking pretty good. All it's missing is this part here, which of course I do have. I already went through it. I know I had 3 or 4 of them, so I made sure I got the right one, which is the right one. Unfortunately, I can't clip it in just yet because the previous one, the tab has snapped off, but we'll operate on that and get it fixed. But I'd say that's a pretty good haul, a fully complete Food Fighters vehicle here for 25, and the Havoc staff and the Dino Rider pilot. And to top it off, he even threw in this here, which is a backing card for a Food Fighter, which even has the file card. So definitely a nice pickup. And again, from the same person, I managed to pick up this bag of Masters of the Universe birds here. It was very reasonably priced, and it comes with an unbroken Screech, an unbroken Zorch, which it's getting pretty difficult. These legs are pretty fragile. You've got some pieces, some of the armor there. They're not complete, but what it did have, which really made the lot, was this Bold Eagle here. So this is actually Mattel pre-Masters of the Universe, and it is of course Bold Eagle, but it was with the Big Jim line. And yes, you'd be absolutely right, these are just repaints of this. It was also released, there was also a Brown Eagle released, I believe it's 1978 or 1979, but definitely a cool piece, especially for MOTU collectors. Okay, and finally we're down to my favorite 2 pickups. So of course my favorite stuff is always stuff from my collection. So first up I have is this fella here. It's definitely one of the harder to find Rock Lords. I'm not sure how, but I managed to pick him up for only $10. This guy's worth at least 6, 7, 8 times that, but I am extremely pleased to have him in my collection. I'm pretty sure this is the only one I have which has the ball that launches. I believe that's like Series 3 or Series 4, something like that. But definitely more into this than the Gnarlies. So guys, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the special. I hope you enjoyed the show. And as always, I look forward to seeing you every Friday night. We are live doing an auction in the BOD, that's Brothers of Destruction, on Facebook starting 9 p.m. Eastern. Look forward to seeing you. Thank you so much. Bye now. Bye.